Hello students, I am Adhita sir. Today I have brought you the story from class 9th and this is the second chapter taken from the book Movement. The story The Adventure of Toto is written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond was born in Kasauli, Himachal Pradesh on 19 May 1934, but he grew up in Shimla, Dehradun. He was the son of Anglo-Indian parents. He has written over 500 short stories and articles. His novel The Flight of Pigeons was adapted into a movie, Junoon. His first novel, The Room on the Roof, came out at the age of 17. His writing career brought him fame, honors, and a number of awards including Sahitya Academy Award 1992, Padma Shri 1991 and Padma Bhushan 2014. His notable works are Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra, A Flight of Pigeons and The Blue Umbrella. In the given story, Ruskin Bond wants to say that all animals cannot adapt themselves to the human way of life. It requires a good deal of patience and skill and sometimes money to train animals to require non-destructive behavior. Let's read the story. The Adventure of Toto. Adventure means unusual action, unusual event. The story is about unusual event done by Toto. So it is very clear that the central character of the story is Toto. Toto was a pretty monkey. He was very cute monkey, he was very beautiful. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows. His bright eyes. Here we came to know that his eyes were bright and shone. Sparkle means shone with mischief. So he was very mischievous, and anyone can know by his eyes, by his bright eyes, sparkled eyes. And his teeth, which were pearly, were often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. And his teeth were very shining white. Pearly means like pearls. So whenever Anglo-Indian ladies means the ladies which belongs to both countries, which parents belongs to both countries, means mixed parents, British and Indian. Those ladies saw his teeth, they got scared. They got scared and they got frightened to see his teeth. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. But his hands were very dried, being in the sun for many years. Pickled means salted and dried. So his hands were dried. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked. His fingers were looking not good. They were very scaring, but they were very quick. And his tail, while adding to his good looks, also served as a third hand. So he was using his hand as a third hand. But as the narrator says that grandfather believed a tail would aid to anyone's good looks, means anyone can look good with his tail. He could use it to hang from a branch. So with the help of a tail, he hung from a branch. He always used his tail to hang from a branch. It was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. Scooping up means picking up. Delicacy means tasty food. So whenever his hands were unable to catch any food, he used his tail to catch that food. So he was using his tail as a third hand. Grandmother always first when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. First means made too much sound. It means grandmother became unhappy, became upset whenever grandfather brought home some new birds and or animals. Means she was not a animal lover. She hated animals or birds. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. So they decided to keep Toto in secret and waited for good mood. Of whose mood means for waited for the grandmother's good mood. Means they decided whenever they would find her in good mood, they would tell means his grandfather tell her about Totos. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall. So there was a closet, there was a wardrobe which was attached with the narrator's bedroom wall. So they kept Toto in a closet where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. So at that place in the wardrobe, they thought that it was a secret place and safe for him. So he tied with a hook, which was attached to the wall and which was the bedroom wall. It was the bedroom wall, narrator's bedroom wall. So there, Toto was kept tied up securely. At least they thought. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. When they returned after a few hours, grandfather and the narrator came to release Toto. And what they found? They found that the wall, which was covered, which was decorated with some ornamental paper and chosen by the grandfather, the wall had become naked and brick and plaster were being shown. Now the brick and plaster were naked means they can be seen, the uncovered. They can be uncovered by the ornamental paper. Now it means there was no ornamental paper on the wall. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket. Now the hook which was in the wall had been taken out from its socket, from its hole. And my school blazer, narrator says that his school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. I wondered what grandmother would say. Now what they saw that even narrator's coat, which was a school blazer, was torn into pieces. Shred means torn into pieces. And now he was shocked, narrator was shocked, a little bit worried to think that what he would answer to his grandmother if she asked about the school blazer. So he was a little bit worried and upset. Grandfather didn't worry, he seemed pleased with Toto's performance. His grandfather was not worried. He was very happy. He was very pleased to see the performance, to see the Toto's performance, what he had done. He's clever, said grandfather. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. Now grandfather said that he is very clever, and if he had been given much time, he was sure that the Toto would have fled away, making the pieces of his blazer into a rope and he would have escaped from the window. His presence in the house is still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarter where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. Now his presence was still secret. Nobody knew about Toto. Now he was transported. He was taken to a big cage. Means from the wardrobe, he was taken to a big cage, and the cage was kept in the servants' quarter. It was in the servants' quarter where a number of grandfather's pets live together very friendly, amicably, happily. Means they have no problem with each other. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. So there were these animals in his little zoo: tortoise, rabbits, tame squirrels, and like that. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had this time when he went there, the monkey wouldn't. He was so mischievous that he didn't allow anybody to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. So he did to see his mischievousness. Grandfather decided to take Toto with him when he was going to Dehradun to collect his pension next day. Why he was going to Dehradun or Saharanpur? He was going to collect his pension from Saharanpur. So that's why he decided to take Toto with himself. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip. So unluckily, narrator could not go with his grandfather on that trip. But he told me about it afterwards. But his grandfather told everything what happened on that trip. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. So he arranged a big black canvas kit bag, a bag which was made of canvas, thick cloth. So he arranged a canvas kit bag for Toto to take Toto to Saharanpur. This, with some straw at the bottom, became his new abode. Abode means here home. So this bag was his new home for him, and at the bottom of the bag, it was kept dried grass. Means they kept some dried grass at the bottom of the bag, and this was the new home for the Toto. Abode means home. Home for the Toto. Here, home for the Toto, and the bag was the new home for him. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. So when the bag was closed, zipped, there was no escape from that bag. There was no way to escape from, to run away from that bag. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, so he was unable to take out his hand from the bag, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. And the canvas, the thick cloth was so strong that he was unable to bite that bag and come through it. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. An exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. Now Toto was trying come out from the bag. So he was putting so much effort to come out from the bag. And what happened? The bag started rolling about on the floor and sometimes jump into the air. To see these things, to see these things, the onlookers present at the Dehradun railway station platform, it was attracted. The people attracted by this event, unusual event. They were shocked. What is it? Why the bag was rolling on the floor? Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway station turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a grin. His grin. Toto, so till the as far as Saharanpur, till the Saharanpur, up to the Saharanpur, Toto remained in the bag silently. But while grandfather reached Saharanpur station at the station, and he was coming out from the station, so they have to come out through a gate, revolving door. Only one man can go through and go through the door. That is a turnstile. So he produced ticket when a ticket collector asked for tickets. So now what he did, the monkey poked means took out his head from the bag, and he gave a ticket collector a grin. He just laughed, and the ticket collector got scared. The poor man was taken back, but with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You'll have to pay for it accordingly." Now the ticket collector was shocked to see the monkey, so with presence of mind, he made grandfather upset, saying that he would have to pay for carrying a dog with him. Means the grandfather would have to pay for some fine or fare because he was carrying a dog with him. In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was the sum handed over as his fare. So all effort by the grandfather told the ticket collector that he was not a dog, he was a monkey, and he took out Toto and showed him that, see, he is not a dog. But every saying, every logical answer given by the grandfather went in vain. There was no use of that. The ticket collector classified him a dog and fined him. It was for the 3 rupees. The fine was 3 rupees, and he was handed. The grandfather gave him 3 rupees as a fare. Then grandfather, just to get his own bag, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" Now he was very irritated, he was very upset, he wanted to take revenge. So he took out his tortoise and said what he should be pay for this, as you find for all animals. So what would be the fare for the tortoise? The ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant look, and said, "No charge, it is not a dog." Now the ticket collector looked very absorbed the tortoise, means looked at him very closely and tried to check it whether it is tortoise or anything else. And prodded searched with hands, means checked it, means he just pretended to check whether the tortoise is a tortoise or a dog. And he gave a triumphant look, pleased look, at grandfather and said, "No Charles, it is not a dog." He was at the winning position. Why? Because he had fined 3 rupees for carrying a monkey because he classified the monkey as a dog. So he was feeling victory. What happened next? What happened with Toto? What happened with the narrator? What happened with the grandfather? Don't miss the second part of the story. Till then, have a good day. And if you like it, there is no need to say what to do.